I'm Jennifer Williams. I'm the owner of Wind and Throttle. I started riding motorcycles in 2010. It just occurred to me at some point that I didn't have to wait for someone else to go for a ride, that I could get behind the handlebars myself. So in 2010, I got certified, I took a class, and then got my own motorcycle. When you're riding, it does feel like you're free of basically everything. Like it's you and the road and the conditions and your motorcycle. That freedom is just an amazing feeling. Wind and Throttle was launched in 2017. I spent years wearing gear that was uncomfortable or ugly or both, and it's one of those things that you get sick of looking for. You're online, you're sifting through a bunch of men's gear. So there's hundreds of options, and you're like, okay, women ride too, where's the women's gear? It morphed from me being frustrated myself, I couldn't find gear that I liked or that fit well, to saying like, well, if I'm having the problem, I'm sure other riders are also having that problem. I dug a little deeper, found more companies that were actually designing gear for women, a lot of them female owned and operated. And then I decided to put them together in a boutique shop, which is Wind and Throttle. Wind and Throttle's mission is to make it fun and exciting to get women's gear. We found that when people enjoy what they're wearing when they're out on the motorcycle, they'll wear it. So if you can gear up every time, you can grab your favorite motorcycle jacket, you've got, a great fitting pair of jeans and, boots that feel like they've been yours for years. Like all of these things that you throw on and you feel good in and you're very protected on the motorcycle, you're gonna gear up every time. Part of Wind and Throttle's mission is to provide gear that people want to wear every time they go out so that they are protected. And we like to provide the service and experience to help them find that gear.
I found out about Wind and Throttle through a women's moto community event. I actually met Jennifer in person, and we just clicked and kind of hit it off. At the time, I was a brand new rider, so I was already in the market looking for gear. I think the thing I like the most about Wind and Throttle's products is just the sheer diversity. Shopping for gear prior to finding Wind and Throttle was basically a nightmare. When you walk into any motorcycle dealership looking for women's gear in person, which at first may seem like the most logical answer to solving your gear woes, you see a lot of pink, you see a lot of purple, you see a lot of rhinestones, which is all fine and great if that's your thing. For me, it wasn't. And when I discovered Wind and Throttle, to have stuff that reflected my personal style but also fit me well and protected me while I was riding was just perfect for me. I think there's a certain mental toll that you go through when you're shopping for gear and you continue to put gear on and it doesn't fit. You put more gear on, it doesn't fit. And then after the sixth piece, you're like, okay, is the problem me or is the problem the gear? The beauty of Wind and Throttle is you realize the problem is not you, that you can be you. You can find gear that fits you in your price range and that functions really well when you ride.
Wind and Throttle sources products from different designers and different manufacturers. We try to take the guesswork out of women's gear. So we will test out things, we will try on fit, we will see what size ranges are available, color options and all of that, and then curate the things that basically pass the test and put those on our website. Since we opened Wind and Throttle, the market for women's gear has changed significantly. The amount of female riders is at 20% of all motorcycle riders now. And so I think the industry took some notice. So I think in different aspects, we've made our voices heard. We need more gear. We're not going to settle for what we have now either. We'll keep going until everybody feels that they are accounted for and they have the perfect gear.
When you're looking to invest $200, $400 into gear, you're not going to be wasting that money. I can rest assured knowing I'm going to get the right fit.
Wind and Throttle gear is available on our website, windandthrottle.com. We also do seasonal pop-ups across the country. For the future, Wind and Throttle hopes to be in more physical spaces. We know how important it is to touch clothing, try it on, get personalized styling, which is my favorite part about this business. So we're looking to continue to expand our presence and be there where we're needed.